Hey everyone, this is Lord Magicus. This is our last round. Simic Merfolk in Modern. We are on the draw, so we've been on the draw 4 to 5 times. But at least this hand is keepable, so that's a plus. They mulligan to 6, so let's see how this goes. It's not a Luris deck, so there's hope that maybe, you know, this can be a... Nope, never mind. Oh, it's Death and Taxes. Okay. That's scary. I don't know. I don't think our match against Taxes is particularly good. Skyclave Apparition has really seen to that. Yep, that's fine. What do I want to do here? I don't really need to do anything right now. I'll just play Trickster and Violin Speaker. Mismatched Islands? Oh, fuck. Alright. Well, there's the Skyclave. See? Yay. Goodbye, Aether Vial. Alright. Attack with 2 3/3s. I guess we'll get another Vial online. So far, so good. If they burn their Skyclave on an Aether Vial, then we might have a shot. Alright, there we go. Fuck it. Yeah, we'll take it. Actually, against Taxes, this is a match where we want Torpor Orb. Force of Negation is incredibly bad, so we're not going to want that. Literally, like, anything else is better. Yeah, well, okay, maybe not literally anything, but all of these are really bad. I guess I'll keep one Force. We just bring in the orbs, because it turns off, like, their Skyclaves and Flicker Wisps and that nonsense. I was kind of lucky to just, like, have that good of a hand in them against them game 1, so the Skyclave being burnt early on the Aether Vial was a huge benefit to us. This is also a really good hand, so we're going to keep this. Now they know they're up against Merfolk, so... Alright. So here we go. I mean, probably Island, and then just Vial here. Playing the non-basics too early is not usually a good idea, because then it gives them targets for stuff like Field of Ruin, so... Yeah. They can also play like Path to Exiles with this thing now. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna repeat the same thing. We'll Trickster this down, Violin Speaker, and then... Yeah. This really is a fucking replay of last game, isn't it? Well, we won last game, so I guess a replay is fine with me. I just want to play as many creatures as possible right now so we can go wide and kill them. Sure, Giver of Runes. I mean, I don't like that card here, but there's Flicker Wisp. I assume it's going to blink Skyclave and eat my Lord. I don't know. They could have another one in their hand. That would be bad. How do we do this here? I guess we just have to hope that they don't. He only has one card, so let's hope it's not a 3-drop. Alright, it's not bad. So what's your last card? Well, it's not a 3-drop, so... Alright, fuck, okay. They just gave up. Alright. I mean, that was pretty lucky. Alright, we gotta say, like... After getting double hammer times, like, that Death and Taxes matches going as easily as it did there, that was pretty insanely lucky on our part. Because it definitely doesn't have to go that well. It can be a lot scarier than that a lot of times. Especially if they're holding up Vial for stuff like Flicker Wisp in the middle of combat. Like, that shit gets intense. Like, you don't usually want to attack into a Vial on 3, but it looked like they F6 through my turn, so it kind of tipped me off that they didn't have anything. Their last card wasn't a 3-drop, so made committing to that attack a little bit easier. Because then, yeah, that seemed like they could have easily just like had another Flicker Wisp and then put it in play, get rid of my Lord, and now all of a sudden, like, yeah, I don't know if this attack's that good anymore, but you know, that's just the thing that happens sometimes. But alright, well, we went 3-2, but yeah, Hammer Time wrecked us hard both times, and to be perfectly honest, like, there's not a whole lot that you can really do against that deck. It's like, even when you have answers like Needle or Chalice or something, they still have lots of ways to circumvent those cards. Like, they don't need to like use the equip cost on the cards to like attach, say, like Shadow Spear, or, you know, they can put things into play with Urza's Soccer or a Stoneforge Mystic, or, you know, they can just Prismatic Ending away your cards. And then to have like Lurrus on top of all that, that deck is fucking monstrous. And yeah, I really don't know what to tell people about that. Like, if you're playing Merfolk, just pray that you don't have to play against that deck, because it's fucking terrible. But I don't know, at least, you know, we ended strong, so that was good. I mean, I think if we had the Orb against Death and Taxes, like, this is one of the best cards you can sideboard against Taxes. It removes like a ton of their counterplay, because that means they don't have access to Flicker Wisp or Skyclave, which are like two of their most important things. And it also turns off Stoneforge Mystic, so they don't get to use that. They don't get to find like their Batter Skull or anything, so that's really nice. Looked like he was playing with Arbiter, so maybe he didn't have Stoneforge in that list, or he could have had both. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure if I believe in Arbiter and Taxes. Maybe somebody can tell me, you know, that I'm wrong and that Arbiter is still fine, but I would feel that it's probably too anti-synergistic. Like, it seemed like maybe they were still going to be on like a sort of a land destruction plan with that in the Ghost Quarter, but Stoneforge and getting Cauldron complete is probably way better, in my opinion. I'm not the Death and Taxes master, but like, I'm pretty familiar with the deck, so I probably would prefer to have Stoneforges there. And I don't know if you'd want both because of the non-bow, but in any case, like, yeah, Orb turns off like some of the most dangerous cards against them, so it's actually good that we had that in our sideboard for that. Even though we didn't get to play it, like, it's still good to have. So, whereas like Force is very, very bad against their deck. You counter like Aether Vial or maybe a Path to Exile if you're lucky, and that's it. So, what do I mean? This list was okay, I guess. I don't know what else to say, but like, probably you need to stay low to the ground if you want to have a shot in Modern. So like, if I had to run a list back in Modern, like, I might just choose this again. It's similar to what we were doing in Legacy, where, you know, we just want to keep the curve topped at like 2 for the most part. Except instead of True Name Nemesis, we're playing Svyelun so that we can try to go like and grind a little bit more with this. Because then it's still sort of immune to some removal. If you have at least 2 other Merfolk in play, then you kind of get that same protection effect that like True Name has. So the difference is like Svyelun is just naturally immune to Lightning Bolt. and she does draw you cards, so that's kind of nice. But really, like, I don't know, I don't have a good answer for stuff like, you know, like I said, the hammer time. I think that's just going to be very hard to beat, and to be perfectly honest, I think that's probably going to be one of the reasons that Urza Saga eventually gets banned, because that deck is just, like, showcasing how ridiculously powerful that card is. Urza Saga should never have been printed, full stop. I'm sorry. That card was a mistake, and they didn't test it, and of course, like, it's just stupidly strong. Like, the deck is just, it's like a plan B just by itself. Like, your plan, it kind of like how Field of the Dead was. Like, you just put fucking 4 Urza Sagas in your deck, and it's like, okay, just make a bunch of 4/4s with Shadow Spear. That's a really solid plan B in a lot of decks, so. Especially in that one where they're playing lots of artifacts, and it makes their, their constructs a lot bigger. And that only gets worse when you draw it in multiples. It's not even legendary, so you can just have multiples of them going at the same time if you need. Gets truly out of control, but I digress. That's all I really got for today. I hope you enjoyed this. You know, I hope that some of the negativity around the hammer deck wasn't too off-putting, but I don't know. I have nothing nice to say about that. Like, the deck is ridiculously powerful, and if you want to probably, like, win an event, like, it's a really good choice to do that just because of how stupidly powerful it is, but when decks like that are dominating Modern, like, I don't have fun playing those formats, so, like, I don't know. It really makes me not want to play. Just, I don't know. I'm not saying it's like a Hogak deck or anything, but it's definitely, like, it's very, very strong, and it's very, very resilient now that it has, like, all of these things in it, so. And it just got worse with Horizons 2 now that, you know, it picked up, like, Saga and Ending, so. I don't know what to say about it. It just is what it is, so. Yeah, that's all I got. I hope everybody enjoyed this. I'll see you again next time. Take it easy.